Time. Traveling is a fantasy for many novel lovers, and Richard experienced it unexpectedly. After falling asleep one day, he found himself on a small island near Sabadi Archipelago in the One Piece world. Eager to do something great, he planned to become a pirate or go on an adventure at sea. However, his journey took a wrong turn. He was captured by pirates soon after setting sail in a small boat he bought with 6 months' earnings. Then, he was sold to human traffickers and ended up as a slave of the celestial dragons in Mary Geos, branded with the Flying Dragon T mark. The humiliation he endured there changed his once optimistic view of the world. He decided to seek revenge against the celestial dragons. Just when he was at his lowest, the strongest skill synthesis system was activated. The system explained that it had brought him to this world but had been dormant for a year due to energy depletion. It could help him synthesize skills, obtain items by killing others, and upgrade skills. Richard then received a newbie package, which included a random skill draw, star, up points, and synthesis points. From the draw, he got an S-level Dugun 9 sword skill card. After using it, he felt a flood of related memories. He then upgraded the skill to 1 star with a star, up point, and was amazed by its enhanced power. The system told him that with a 5-star D-level internal energy skill, he could stay undefeated against a vice admiral. As Richard thought about getting another star, up point by killing someone to further upgrade the skill, he felt hungry. Boa Hancock, his cell neighbor, noticed and secretly gave him some meat, showing a touch of kindness in this harsh place. Hancock and her sisters, knowing he was hungry, insisted he take it. Despite his concerns about their own hunger, he ate the meat. The taste wasn't great, but it was the best meal he'd ever had in his tough situation, and he was deeply touched by their kindness. After eating, Hancock asked Richard to tell a fairy tale. Richard shared the story of the ugly duckling. The sisters listened intently, finding great joy in the simple tale. When Hancock wondered if they could transform like the ugly duckling, Richard promised to take them out of this hellish place. Just as he continued to tell more stories, a loud noise interrupted them. A group of people entered the prison, and everyone, including Richard, knelt when the celestial dragon, Rickfith, arrived. Rickfith chose Richard, and he was taken out of the cell. Hancock and her sisters were worried, but Richard signaled he would be okay. Richard was then brought to a gladiatorial arena, a place where celestial dragons made their slaves fight to the death for entertainment. A guard accompanying him arrogantly told Richard to kill his opponent for a possible reward, or else face death. With his handcuffs and leg irons removed, Richard was pushed into the arena, ready to face an uncertain and dangerous fate. Richard was brought to a gladiatorial arena to fight against Chris, a 12-time winning fighter. The announcer mocked Richard, saying he was as thin as a stick and would likely be torn apart by Chris. The audience laughed, seeing the huge difference in their physiques. A celestial dragon beside Rickfith also taunted him about his weak-looking slave. In the arena, Richard noticed a collection of weapons. He picked up a sword, feeling a sense of familiarity. Chris, the muscular opponent, sneered at Richard, who insulted Chris in return. Enraged, Chris launched a powerful punch. Richard used his Dugan 9 swords, but Chris's attack was like hitting iron. Richard realized Chris had armament hockey. Despite being at a disadvantage, Richard noticed Chris's lower body was a weak point. When Chris made a big move, Richard slid towards his legs and struck a devastating blow to his groin. As Chris was in agony, Richard took the opportunity to slash his throat, killing him. The crowd was shocked that the skinny Richard had defeated the mighty Chris. Rickfith taunted the celestial dragon who had previously mocked him. Rickfith then ordered more food for Richard as he planned to use him in another match. After the fight, Richard heard the system's voice. He had received a B-level Sharingan skill card, star, up points, and synthesis points for his first kill. He used the Sharingan card, and his eyes transformed into 3 Tomo Sharingan. However, he soon felt dizzy and had to deactivate it as using it consumed his physical strength due to his lack of chakra. Richard was then taken back to the slave prison. The 3 girls, including Hancock, were glad to see him safe. The prison warden brought him a large amount of food as Rickfith's reward for the next day's match.